Hi there, how are you? And welcome back to the channel and to the Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trilogy, where last time we completed the first case in Phoenix Wright and Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Justice for All, where Phoenix had to overcome some convenient for tutorializing amnesia to relearn how to Ace Attorney. So we are now on episode 2, Reunion and Turnabout, which I think we did see the opening cutscene for, but I can't remember what happened. But this man is in our office saying, "What depressing rain. Do you understand how depressed that makes me? Do you?" I guess. But actually, more than being depressed, I'm angry. Angry at the weather girl on TV. I think our little rainy spell will take a break with a day of sun. Is what that girl said. I'd stake my life on it. Well, it's the weather. But that's why I didn't bother to bring an umbrella today. What nerve calling herself a weather girl. She's going to hear about my $1,500 suit. About your case. Unless you're planning on suing the weather girl? Could be. It's a bit, lower stakes than what we're used to with Phoenix, but, I bet, I don't know what ground you'd be suing them on, but sure. I'm sorry. I thought that before we get down to business, we could have some friendly chatter. My name is Dr. Turner Gray. I'm a surgeon. Mind me to never end up under his knife. I'm here today because of this incident. Malpractice at Gray Surgical Clinic. 14 inpatients lose their lives. Oh, you're the doctor at... It's really quite upsetting. Did you hear me? Upsetting! Yes, I heard you. I agree, it's quite upsetting, Dr. Gray. The one that screwed up was that nurse. It was her that got the medications mixed up and killed those 14 patients. And yet... Now listen good. And yet, that nurse had the nerve to go and die before admitting to her wrongdoing. She didn't even offer any sort of explanation to me. And this is the kicker. She up and has herself a grand old accident and crashes her car. Smash! Crunch! Instantly transforming her car into the accordion model. Alright. Huh. She appears to have made it out. That's right. About a year ago, all the tabloid shows were talking about it. 14 victims of medical malpractice and the nurse's mysterious fatal accident. There were rumours that Dr. Gray had actually caused that crash. People said it was to forever hide the person responsible for the malpractice incident. Doesn't make sense, does it? Why would I? Now, I'm just going to say this once. Why on earth would I want to kill that nurse? She's the one who killed those 14 patients, not me. I think you need to take a deep breath, Doctor, and focus. More to the point, this case is over a year old. Why bring it up now? That's simple, because the situation is slipping out of my grasp. This just won't do. My clinic isn't seeing nearly as many patients nowadays. Do you understand what that means? It means they're not coming to my clinic. You don't say. If it were me, I don't think I'd want to go either. So, what would you like me to do about it? I want you to help me prove I'm innocent. You do realize I'm a lawyer, not a private investigator, right? No, this is something only you can do. Maya Fey. You know this girl, correct? Maya! Why would he know her name? I heard you were working under her for a little while. Well, yes, I mean... Hey, wait a second here. I worked under her? Yes, am I wrong? She told me, so I'm not quite sure if... Well, we worked a few trials together. But she went back to her hometown to undergo more training. Ah, yes, I heard. It must be lonely for you. What? Wait, I'm not. She must be an extraordinary girl to handle such rigid training. Huh? I have an acquaintance who knows a lot about these mystical sorts of things. She's the one who introduced me to Miss Fey. Is Maya really that famous? And I've already set up an appointment. For what? What else? A channeling! I'm going to have her call the spirit of that nurse that went and got herself killed. Oh. Maya, I wonder what she's up to right now. Well, getting ready for her channeling. We, the women of the Fae clan, have always been spirit mediums. It's because the power to communicate with spirits flows strongly through us. That's what she told me. I guess she's learned to accept her responsibilities and become an adult. Not counting training, this will be her first time channeling a spirit. So she gave me one condition before accepting my request. A condition? The condition is you, Mr. Wright. She said that she wouldn't do the channeling without first seeing you again. Me? And that is why I've searched you out. You want to see her too, don't you? I guess. And so, that is how I ended up visiting Maya's hometown with the doctor. June 19th, 1:25 PM, Korean Village. Ooh. So this is Korean Village, Maya's hometown. Why, hello there. Hello there. What an odd little girl. Hey, wait up, Pearly. Someone else is coming this way? Someone else is coming this way. Nick! Maya, how are you? It's good to see you again. Wow, I didn't think you'd really show up. It's not that big a deal. You made it sound like you were so far away. Well, maybe I exaggerated. Just a little. It was only 2 hours by train. If I'd known you were this close, I'd have visited more. No, you're not allowed. I already decided, you know. Until I become an adult, I have to work hard and be strong by myself. Oh, well. Anyway, congratulations. I'm glad to hear training is going well for you. Today's channel. Looks like you've finally become a full-fledged medium, taking on your first job. Yeah, I didn't think it would be this soon. But this case, do you know the messy story behind it? Haha, behold the power of the Maya Intelligence Network, the MIN. Let's see, 14 people died because of malpractice on Dr. Gray's part, right? And to pin the blame on the nurse, he killed her in what appeared to be a car accident. Huh? So what is this Maya Intelligence Network anyway? The tabloids. That's what I thought. Haha, I'm just pulling your leg, Nick. What really happened is the exact opposite. I heard all about it from Dr. Gray. Oh, come on, Nick. I wouldn't take a crazed killer as a client. That's too scary, even for me. Yeah, I guess so. Korean Village. So, this is your hometown, huh, Maya? Yep. Korean Village. But I've heard people call this place Medium Valley, too. Interesting. So everyone that lives here is a spirit medium? Pretty much. Most of my ancestors were too, I think. That's probably true since the Fae ability to communicate with the dead is so strong. Actually, only the women of this village are mediums. So what do the men do? They usually work someplace outside the village. Huh, the girl earlier. Oh yeah, I wanted to ask you about that girl I saw earlier. Do you know her? Oh, you mean Pearly? Pearly? Pearl Fae, she's my cousin. Isn't she adorable? Just like yours truly. Cousin. Wait, then that means... Is she also a... Yep, she's a medium too. Pearly's a real genius when it comes to channeling. Ah, I see. Hope I didn't scare her when I tried to talk to her earlier. Nah, it's not you. My aunt drilled it into her head that if a suspicious looking person tries to talk to you, run away. Suspicious looking? Well, you're not wearing training clothes, for starters. Of course not. Pearly is my aunt's most valued treasure, so she's not allowed to go outside of town. She doesn't know much about the world outside of Korean Village. Aunt? Pearly's mother is my aunt, duh. Come on, Nick. Well, Nick, I've got to get going. It's about time for the channeling to start. Huh? Oh yeah. I'm doing the channeling in my house, so come on in, okay? After I'm done, we can grill up some juicy burgers. Alright. Good luck, Maya. Thanks. Well, at least she's still the same perky Maya. A giant rock that seems to be reaching for the sky. Its origins are written on a beat-up old sign. It looks like this giant rock is called the Korean Boulder. There's a really complex explanation written here, but long story short, it's a big stone for spirits to live in. Or something like that. An old bus stop. It says Korean Village on the signpost. The buses seem incredibly inconvenient since they only come 3 times a day. It's an old-style phone booth. I can't say it fits in with this area too well. My cell phone doesn't get reception up here, so who knows? I may need it later. Hint. Anything else? Rustic thatch roofed houses where the other villagers live line the street. They're nowhere near as large or as nice as the manor in front of me. It's kind of odd that I don't see any of the other villagers walking around, though. Indeed. The biggest, most elegant of the buildings I can see from here. This is Fey Manor, the place Maya calls home. It's easy to be overwhelmed by its presence. You don't say. And that appears to be it. Yes. So, yeah, okay. Move to the meditation room. Fey Manor meditation room, June 19th. Ah, Mr. Wright, I am so glad you showed. Some nice weather we're having today. Aren't you happy? Oh, that was... sorry. Some nice weather we're having today. Aren't you happy? No, not at all. That stupid weather girl made the wrong call again. It'll rain cats and dogs today, she said with a straight face. I can't believe they allow such misguided reports on the public airwaves. Looks like talking about the weather with this guy is just asking for punishment. But anyway, this is a splendid manor. No argument there. It's hard to believe that this is Maya's house, though. I was given a guide map to this building. Here, Mr. Wright. I have a copy for you, too. Guide map added to the court record. Today's channeling. What are you going to do once the nurse's spirit has been called? Isn't it obvious? I'm going to have her write a signed confession. A signed confession? Yes, a confession. Pay attention. I'll have her write this. 1 year ago, on May 2nd, 14 patients died due to my negligence. And then, on May 24th, I fell asleep at the wheel and died in a car accident due to my further negligence. I'm sorry and I apologize for being negligent. That's what I'll have her write. With a confession, the rain falling on my soul can finally stop. Oh, I see. Maya. So, how did you hear about Maya Fey? I heard about her from an acquaintance, a girl studying the occult at the college. That girl introduced me to this village. This is the home of the Korean School of Channeling. The home, huh? And Miss Maya is a daughter of the Master, I hear. Master? Master? Anyway, do you see that door? That's the room where people and spirits meet. Miss Maya's aunt is in there right now. Would you care to meet her? Sure, but once I examine. A piece of cloth with a ton of finely written characters jammed onto it. Probably esoteric knowledge only mediums would know. Let's see. Here's one in English. It says, 100 ways to save money. Being a medium sounds like a rough way of life. This door leads out to the winding way. The weather outside looks really nice. Just hear the doctor scream in the background. Someone with a lot of skill wrote these 4 Chinese characters with a brush. Oh look, here's a translation. Once in a lifetime. Its message is people should value their ghostly meetings as once-in-a-lifetime chances. Or just to listen to talking heads. The door that leads to the channeling chamber, the place where spirits and people meet. The iron in this door was tempered, making it very solid. It looks like there is a strong lock on this door to top it off. And I imagine that is it. Yes. Okay. Move. To the channeling chamber. June 19th, Fey Manor channeling chamber. Wow, it's such a strange atmosphere in here. These flickering lights, I guess they're candles. Good sir, who might you be? My name is Phoenix Wright. Oh, you must be that good sir. Good sir? Is she talking about me? You are a lawyer, are you not, good sir? I have heard much about you from Mystic Maya. Is that so? Mystic Maya? I am Mystic Maya's aunt, Morgan Fey. Nice to meet you. I had wanted to speak with you about a certain incident, good sir. It would seem that perhaps you asked too much of Mystic Maya in performing your duties. Most unbecoming, I'm afraid. Huh? Don't tell me you have already forgotten. That was it not for Mystic Maya and her assistance, you would surely not have won. First a girl that runs away, and now an old lady who says I stink at doing my job. When did I become the poster boy for how not to make a first impression? The past is the past, though. Let us speak of the present now. Don't know why I've decided on this voice, but it's fine. Thank you. Not really a voice, it's more just a tone. Maya. So, why do you add Mystic to Maya's name? Isn't that a little strange? Good sir! Yes? How dare you be so rude and disrespectful towards Mystic Maya? I'm sorry? She must be addressed by her proper title, good sir. You must call her Mystic Maya. So, about Mystic Maya, it is the blood. Excuse me? Blood? Mystic Maya carries the blood of the Master. In actuality, she is the only one remaining. Only one remaining? What's that supposed to mean? Mystic Maya is the last of the rightful heirs of the Korean channeling technique. The KCT. Okay. Then, where do you stand? That is a little more complicated. Although a woman of the Fae clan, I am merely a member of the Branch family. Branch family? What's that? It is as it sounds. For a member of the Branch family, no matter her spiritual power, she can never become the master of the Korean school. So, how strong are you? It is a shame, however, I will admit. I cannot even begin to compare the lowliness of my power to the Master's. So that's how it is. Today's channeling. So, today's channeling will be our first? Yes, good sir. Because the spirit of a person who dies in a traffic accident is usually very strong. It is usually easier to call that person to our world. Traffic accident. Indeed. The channeling will take place here, in this channeling chamber, good sir. As you can see, I am in the process of preparing. Are you sipping a drink or smelling a candle? Unclear. So, this room is the channeling chamber. The place where a spirit medium speaks with those who have departed. I don't suppose you'd mind if we observed the session? Do not even think of such nonsense! Only the medium and the client may enter here. Oh. The secrets of the Korean techniques cannot be seen by just anybody. Unless you're paying for a channeling. That never stopped Maya from doing them in front of me before. It is also for your safety, good sir, if something were to go wrong. That is why, while channeling is being performed, that heavy door is securely locked. Ah, that's what the lock's for. Oh, yes! I wonder if you have yet to meet Pearl, good sir. Pearl? She is an adorable, angelic young girl. Yeah, that one. Oh, that odd. She is my daughter. Now then, what was it you were about to say? What a cute daughter you have. A pure heart that knows not of the evils in this world is a powerful thing, good sir. Please refrain from affiliating with her, I request. Well, it's not like I had the chance to, anyway. I must insist and stress that you not let it occur. Okay, I get it. Alright, well, let's have a wee look around the channeling chamber. This folding screen is really showing its age. All of its edges are a bit tattered. The lettering is fading too. I think I recognize a few of the characters on here. Kurain. Pretty sure that's what it says. Maybe I'll ask Maya about it later. I guess this is an altar. Whatever it is, it feels very important. A mirror-like object with a cloudy reflective surface. And some branches of a sacred tree have been set in a predetermined arrangement. Good sir! I wonder if you would please not touch the sacred objects. Those objects are being offered to the spirits. If you were to touch them, good sir, they would become cursed. Yes, cursed. She really didn't have to talk down to me. I'm not that much of an idiot. Not that much of an idiot. Okay. Oh. This is where the medium sits, I assume. There are 4 panels of this floor. Straw on the flooring feels a little damp, probably from the humidity in the air. Huh. Neat. Anything else here? Door out, just. The meditation room is on the other side of this very heavy looking door. There's a giant iron lock where the handle is. It feels like a curtain that separates the normal world from the spirit one. Just make sure I didn't miss anything back over here. Doesn't look like it. Okay. Moving on, I guess. To the meditation room. Anything new with you? No. Winding way, I guess. June 19th, Fay Manor, Winding Way. Wow, this garden is really breathtaking. Someone put a lot of love into it. What is that over there? Is that an incinerator? Looks a little out of place in a garden like this. It's a small incinerator. I don't think garbage trucks come all the way out here to tiny villages like this. So every family has to burn their own trash. Looks like there's a room over there too. A peaceful feeling is emanating from it. It's a really old urn. The ashes of a person long dead are inside. Looks like something with a long history. Other than that, it's not very interesting, so time to move on. A splendid garden with a small lamp and traditional decorations. It's a bit small to walk around in. Although, that incinerator piques my curiosity. Interesting. Alright, that appears to be it for the garden. To the side room. June 19th, Fay Manor, side room. So this is the side room. Looks like it's more of a break room. There's bedding spread out on the floor. It looks like someone's sleeping in one. Shouldn't disturb them. There's bedding spread out on the floor. Is that someone sleeping in one over there? She's probably an exhausted medium taking a break and catching some Z's. If I wake her up, she might be grumpy and throw a spell on me. It's probably a good idea to not disturb her sleep. Sure. It's a small alcove. I have no idea what it's supposed to mean or symbolize. If I had one of these in the office, it would end up as storage space. But here, it's decorated with some pretty flowers and a beautiful hanging scroll. It's a decorative wooden bear sculpture. There's a plate attached to the base. Korean Village, the heart of channeling. What the? It's a souvenir? So does this mean it's easy to spot bears here and for them to spot you? Well, okay. And aside from the way out, this is the first time I've seen a sliding door like this in person. From here, I can see the winding way and the little garden in the courtyard. Yeah, 'cause we're in America. Are we not? I feel like that was established in some point. Okay, winding way. Hey, you! Hold on now. This gal's got a few questions to ask. I'm sure I've heard that southern accent somewhere before. Oops. Oh, well, I'll be. It's Mr. Phoenix Wright. Can't remember how committed I was to a southern accent last time with her. Well, not. How you been? Haven't seen you in what, a year? You are a lot of heart. You're a lot of heart, right? Bingo! I'm the one and only paranormal photographer, lot of heart. Ah, so I guess you're still at it, being a photographer, I mean. Of course! And today I'm gonna get myself a real scoop. You wait and see. Oh, that's right. This ain't no time to be wasting time. The channeling's about to get started. Is it that time already? We all should hurry up and get to the meditation room. Jesus. What are you waiting around for? Come on! Okay. A lot of heart, huh? I've been judging her harshly because of that case. But I guess looking back, we had some good times too. I guess? If you say so. So the doctor's gonna die in the room, is my guess. Which means we'll be defending Maya, because it will not be Maya. We will now begin the channeling. Mystic Maya and honoured guest, please proceed into the channeling chamber. With this, I can finally swat all those pesky flies, once and for all. You hear me? They won't be able to say a single bad thing about me after this. You would love to hear them apologize, wouldn't you? Wouldn't you, Mr. Wright? Me? Yeah, I sure would. Mystic Maya, do you have the channeling chamber key? Yep, right here. That is most satisfactory. That key is one of a kind, so please take care of it well. It'll be fine, Aunt Morgan. I won't lose it, trust me. Okay, Dr. Gray, let's get started. Finally, let's go. So yeah, we're like gonna hear a scream or some shit. Click. I can't tell if that's meant to be like a cup or a candle. Whether she's like sniffing a candle or drinking. I think it's a drink. Now let us wait patiently out here for them. Please have some lovely bitter green tea and jaw-droppingly large strawberry desserts. Hold on now, Granny. Granny? How come we ain't allowed in that room? Dear madam, you have an impressive grasp of English. From where did you learn it? What? I'm from the heart of the heartland. Is that so? Then I humbly request that you return to this heart of the heartland. What are you? This is Korean village. If you cannot follow our traditions and rules, we request that you leave. Sorry. Wow, she shut Lotta up. Now that's impressive. Now then, let us wait. Too similar sounding to the doctor, but what can I do? Bang! Hey now! What was that just now? Came from inside the channeling chamber. Bang! Hey, that's a gunshot! Excuse me? Well, I need to take a drink. There we go. I've heard that sound before. It's a gunshot. I'd bet my afro on it. Maya's in there. Miss Faye, what should we do? Yellow-bellied chicken liver, what are you waiting for? Kick it down already. But the key. That key is one of a kind. In this world, there is only that one. Even I am powerless to open that door. There's really no other way. All right. Stand aside. I'm going to break the door down. Wait, please. That sort of recklessness. Yeah, now that's what I call being a man. Slam. Slam. Crash. Dr. Gray. Click. I was murdered. Maya? That man murdered me. So I killed him. What? Click. Lotta, at a time like this? Times like this are perfect for snapping up shots. But anyway, what's going on here? This gal, is she Maya? Step away from there. Please leave this area to me. Go quickly and inform the police. But... Hurry! Before there are more victims here! Hey, let's go, city boy. Leave this to the granny. I was right. June 19, Korean village. My cell phone doesn't get reception way out here. So I ended up using the phone booth to call the police. I was also right about that. Coming back. And they're on their way. That's good. Lordy, I saw a genuine mysterious phenomenon. She seems really on edge because of all this. Not that I blame her. I'm scared to death by what's going on. I'm scared to death by what's going on. What you witnessed? Hey, mister. That gal, Maya, she wasn't the one that pulled the trigger, was she? Well, there was only the two of them in the room. Oh yeah. Lotta doesn't know that when Maya is channeling, her whole physical appearance changes. Then again, weren't there only two of them in there? I reckon she must have done it then. Could have been suicide, we don't know. Lotta, what do you know about Dr. Gray? Not much, but I did some digging. That's one gent with a bad reputation. Really? I hear he's good at surgery and stuff, but his personality stinks like wet sheep. I sort of got the same impression myself. He's real controlling. Soon as his nurse or patients don't do what he says, he starts a hollering. Must have been real rough to work for him. You don't say. Anything to examine? No. I guess we move back in to let her know the police are on their way. Meditation room. Ah, Mr. Wright. Miss Faye. How's, Mystic Maya? She has returned to this world. The spirit severing technique was successful. The SST. Let me see her, please. She is still unconscious. I humbly request that you wait outside for her recovery. Guess I just have to wait. What's that? The police are here. Sorry to keep you waiting. Huh? You again? What are you doing all the way out here, Detective Gumshoe? It's actually kind of funny. I was in the area for a business trip, pal. Well, time to check out the crime scene. I'll have to question everyone here later on. So just sit tight, alright? Why is he grinning at me? Shall I show you to the scene of the crime, Detective Jim Shoe? My name isn't Jim Shoe. The two of them went into the channeling chamber. I guess all I can do for now is see what everyone else has to say. Who is everyone else? We've literally talked to everyone else. Unless this person's woken up. Oh, something's happened. Hooray. Faye Manor side room. I'm pretty sure there was someone sleeping here earlier. Like, how can I help you? So isn't it about time to start? Huh? Time to start what? You know, like the channeling. Channeling? Oh, no, actually, the situation has kind of changed. Huh? Like, what do you mean? Please stay calm, but there has been a murder. So, like, a murder is that thing where, like, one person kills another, right? Yes, a person has killed another person. Oh, that's, what are the words I'm looking for? It's like totally a bummer. Yeah. After all that effort, that's all she had to say. Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot to, like, introduce myself. My name is Eenie Meenie. Do you perchance know Miney Mo? At the college, I'm researching and studying parapsychology. Parapsychology. That's right. I think people, like, usually call it occult studies or something. Like supernatural phenomenon, ESP and psychic powers, that sort of stuff. That's pretty out there. I'm Phoenix Wright, attorney at law. Ace attorney at law. She's certainly got a dance on. So what brings you here today? So I was the one who told Dr. Gray about this place. He asked me, like, do you know of a good spirit medium? Dr. Gray did say something about being introduced to this place. 'Cause, like, talking to dead people and, like, multiple personalities are my thing. I see. Then why were you taking a nap here? Like, I wasn't feeling good. Huh? I'm, like, allergic to sesame seeds. They, like, must have put some in the food they served for lunch. Oh, that doesn't sound fun. So I, like, felt sick and came in here to, like, sleep. I totally feel like I've wasted my time because I, like, slept a long time. Sure. What happened? So you were sleeping here the entire time? Yeah, ever since lunch. So you don't know anything about the murder that took place? Like, what? Oh, that! I, like, totally know nothing. So, who was, like, you know, killed? The surgeon that requested the channeling, Dr. Gray. Oh no. The victim. You and Dr. Gray knew each other, right? I don't know any Dr. Gray. Oh, really? Then what was all that talk about him earlier? Huh? Well, like, a long time ago, I was, like, a patient, yeah? She sounds like she's trying to hide something. Don't know, that's just kind of how she's been talking. I assume there's nothing new here, except for this now that there's no one left it. You left the blanket a mess. Are you going to fold it? Like, I had a really good nap, and, like, I was thinking of leaving it like this, so, like, it's all set for tonight? I guess that makes sense. Alright, I guess move away from you. Ooh, there's someone in the winding way. Winding. There's no one here, as usual. Oh. Ah! Hey, how are you? You're Pearl, right? Silent as ever. What's that she's got in her hand? I've seen it somewhere before. Pearl. Oh. What is it? Is it my hair? Is it too spiky? Not spiky enough? Huh. Interesting. I'm assuming that would have happened regardless of which option I picked. I hope so. I guess to the meditation room? No, I guess to the channeling chamber? Yes. Police are busily running here and there, and I don't see Maya anywhere. Hey, you! Don't touch anything! Look, I really need to ask you some questions. Don't look at me like I'm some sort of uncaring jerk. Tell you what, pal. I'll let you ask me a few questions, alright? Maya. About Maya. I hate to break this to you, pal, but with the way things look now, that girl's the only one who could have done it. Yeah, only Maya and the victim were inside this room, after all. But Maya is... You can ask more about her later, pal. Right now, I've got a job to do, and that's collecting evidence. Detective Gumshoe looks like a real professional. And yet, something about his expression still looks the same. Cause of death. So, Dr. Gray was shot with a gun, huh? He was shot in the forehead. But he was also stabbed in the chest with a knife. A knife? Basically, the victim was first stabbed, then he was shot. Huh. Interesting. Actually, there might be stuff to examine now because... Nope, can't examine the blood. Can't even examine the stuff I had previously examined. Alright, we probably come back here. Alright, to the meditation room. Let's go back to the village. Hooray! She's probably scared out of her wits after having a murder take place right by her. Lotta? Hold on. God, don't let it be me next! Ah, don't scare me like that. What do you mean? You're the one scaring me. If I weren't so tough, you'd have another dead body on your hands. Mine. Any ideas? Did you see or notice anything that struck out at you? Nah, well, maybe one thing. What is it? Turns out my poor stomach's not good at handling this kind of thing. What? Curses and ghosts and stuff coming back to get you. This is just too much, I say. What is too much? Being an occult photographer. That's some scary stuff, so I think I'm going to try being a celebrity photographer now. Going after photos more within your reach from now on. More glamour, less gore. What's up? Oh yeah! What is it? I took some hot pictures earlier. Huh? Remember? I took some pictures at the murder scene inside. Ah, she did! 2 even! The seance murder. The seance murder. I sure like the ring of that. It'll be a sensational story. Lotta! Sorry, but my journalistic sense is burning inside me. Hate to cut and run, but I'm heading back in. Gotta beat those cops to the scoop of the century. Or something like that. I don't know who's scarier, Lotta or the spirits. Why does it feel like we've been through this before? Back inside. Oh, dear madam, you have such impeccable timing. Like, what's all the buzz? Alright everyone, listen up. You too, pal. I'm going to give you all a brief update. Right now, it looks like the investigation's not going to be done until real late. That is a terrible shame. I propose that everyone sleep here under the roof of the Fey Manor tonight. Next to the crime scene. What a mess. Can't believe how crazy this day turned out. Maya was arrested and taken away by the police. And I don't see myself getting any sleep tonight. June 20th, 8:02 AM, Fey Manor, meditation room. Morning. I guess I must have nodded off at some point. I hope Maya's okay. I should hurry and get to the detention center, ASAP. Oh shit, he did. Like super ASAP. Visitor's room. Nick! Maya! What am I going to do? I never imagined it would turn out like this. Calm down, Maya. Take deep breaths. Look, you're free. Come to think of it, the first time I met her, it all started right here in this detention center. I finally get to see you again, and it's not your fault. You didn't do it. No, I did it. I killed that person. But that wasn't you. It doesn't matter. It might as well have been me. I was too weak, and I couldn't control the spirit's power. So, I don't want to bring up the case quite yet, but you don't have to be nice to me. I understand. So you're the master or something of the Korean School of Channeling? Actually, my mother is for now. But since that title has passed from mother to daughter, I guess I will be someday. But many people think that channeling isn't real, that it's all just an act. You believe in us, don't you? Yeah, because I've seen it with my own eyes. When Maya's channeling a spirit, not only her voice, but her whole physical appearance changes. It's a supernatural phenomenon that occurs every time. It happened this time, too. Dr. Gray said that he wanted to call the nurse, so Maya's body must have taken on that nurse's appearance. What happened? What happened? What exactly happened in the channeling chamber? I went into that room with Dr. Gray, locked the door, and sat down across from him. Okay. We closed our eyes, and I began the channeling. This is sounding kind of creepy, like the beginning of a scary story. And that's the last thing I remember. What? After a spirit comes into my body, I lose myself, my consciousness. Then you don't remember a single thing. When I came to, I was being held in my aunt's arms. And there was blood all over my clothes. Oh, but I do remember having a dream. A dream? Dream? What kind of dream did you have while you were channeling? I can't remember it all that well, but I was dead and buried in the ground. I couldn't move, and it was unbearable. Really suffocating. It went something like that. I see. I have no idea what to say to that. There was a really familiar smell too. Under the ground? Yeah, I can't quite place it, but I know I've smelled that same scent before. I guess this is about all the information I'm going to gather for today. I'll be back later, Maya. In the meantime, please, make sure you prepare it, okay? Huh? It? What is it? The document requesting me to be your attorney, of course. But what's wrong? Are you sure? I mean, I'm guilty. I'm a murderer. No one's decided that yet. But I did. I killed that person with these two hands. That's enough, Maya. It's hopeless. If you defend me, you'll lose. I'm sure. Stop it. Help me. Nick, help me. I'm scared. Don't worry, I will. When is the trial? It sounds like tomorrow. As usual, zero prep time. Yeah, justice moves really fucking quickly in the Phoenix Wright universe. Alright, I'm going now. Wait. This jewel. This is called a Magatama. It's a magical charm and it's always protected me. Give this to Pearlie, and I'm sure she'll lend you her spiritual powers. Magatama received from Maya. Slightly translucent. It's small, but it has a deep, profound aura about it. To the village! Which, as we've established, is 2 hours away by train. There's a lot of back and forth. I have to save Maya, no matter what. It's her life on the line. What in the world happened in that room yesterday? Alright, so we have to find Pearl. The meditation room nurtures all mediums, young and old. Even mediums in training, I'd wager. But it's pretty deserted today. Probably because of the murder yesterday. Alright. Probably not in the channeling chamber, but we'll give it a go. Looks like Detective Gumshoe isn't here today. I should take this chance and thoroughly check this room. If I'm lucky, I might uncover a clue or two. Ah! Oh, Mr. Wright. Good morning. I am on my way to go meet Mystic Maya, and I thought to bring her some items to make her feel more at home. Namely, tea so bitter you lose your tongue and jaw-droppingly large strawberry desserts. You keep mentioning those. I'm sure Maya will be very grateful. That's Mystic Maya, good sir. She is one scary lady. Oh, dear sweet Mystic Maya. Pearl wept constantly for you last night, as did I. I know it's important for me to search the site, but I should ask her some questions too while I have the chance. Sir, what happened? What happened? I'd like to ask you a few questions about what happened yesterday. Do you mean that awful tragedy? Yes. What possibly else? That man. Oh wait, no, this is the ghost. That man murdered me. So I killed him. Maya? Step away from there. Please leave this area to me. Go quickly and inform the police. Okay. What happened here in this room after I left? Well, first I struck Mystic Maya on the head. To make her go unconscious, correct? That is correct. Next, I performed the spirit severing technique. Spirit severing technique. The spirit of that nurse was inside of Mystic Maya's body. I used the technique to send the nurse's spirit back to the other world. Wonder if this kind of testimony is even admissible in a court of law. Channeling chamber. By the way, what is this room exactly? The channeling chamber. The channeling chamber? This room was created for the sole purpose of preventing such a tragedy as yesterday. What do you mean? Sometimes when an inexperienced medium calls an especially strong spirit, that spirit may become violent and revolt, as you witnessed yesterday. Revolt? But how? When a spirit enters a medium's body, she loses her will and herself steps aside. To put it another way, the spirit is borrowing the medium's body, good sir. But isn't that extremely dangerous? An experienced medium has little problem controlling a spirit. Mystic Maya. That was her first channeling. And that was why I insisted on locking that door. The door. However, I never thought that would be calling danger upon the client himself. I am grateful that one of our heirlooms was not damaged in this horrible incident. And that would be that folding screen there. It is the Korean sacred writings, along with the Korean sacred urn. They are this village's most treasured possessions. If I ever found out that something had happened to either one, oh, the humanity. Odd for her to be worrying about the folding screen at a time like this. I guess this isn't just some dilapidated old screen after all. Pearl. So, how's Pearl today? Mr. Wright? Yes? In this world, Pearl is my most treasured possession. When compared to even Mystic Maya, Pearl has the spiritual power to become a master. That's very impressive. It was you to clear the way for Pearl. Until now, the women of the Branch family have thought themselves to be inferior. But Pearl is different. Her spiritual strength is so great, it's even greater than some of the main family. Yes, Pearl is a channeling prodigy, and is the pride of the Branch family. Wow, she's really fired up now. In any case, our world is so different from yours. Perhaps it is best for you to quit, good sir. Quit? Quit what? Alright, well, now we have to check the room. It's a beautiful and expensive folding screen. It also looks quite old. There seems to be some sort of secret text written on it, but I can't read it. This is... It's a hole. Could this have been made by a bullet? Folding screen added to the court record. Well then, I do believe it is time for me to take my leave. Alright, please tell Maya I said hi. What was that? I mean, Mystic, Maya. I will tell her. Guess this is an altar. Whatever it is, it feels very important. A mirror-like object with a cloudy reflective surface and some branches of a sacred tree have been set in a predetermined arrangement. I'd guess they're used during the channeling. Indeed. Blood. This is where the medium sits, I assume. There are 4 panels of this flooring. The straw on the flooring feels a little damp, probably from the humidity in the air. And the blood. No matter what I do, my eyes keep getting drawn to the pool of blood in the center here. Yes, that was what I was trying to look at, Phoenix. The meditation room is on the other side of this very heavy-looking door. The lock on it is broken because, well, I broke it. It doesn't seem possible, but I managed to break it pretty badly. When we want to do something bad enough, people can do the most amazing things. True. That appears to be it. Okay. Back out we go. Still haven't found... What's her face? Pearl. Little Pearl isn't here today. Maybe she's at school? Let's check the side room. Just in case. Oh, hey! Like, you're that guy from yesterday. The, dentist guy. No, I'm a lawyer. That's right. Mr. Smith, Esquire. That's right. Wait, I mean, you're wrong. My name is Wright. Smith, Wright. Well, I got like 3 letters at least. I don't think she gets the point. Anyway, why are you here? Or was that Phoenix? That was Phoenix. So, like, I study this thing called parapsychology at this college, and you told me about that yesterday. The sesame allergy, too. What I'd really like to know is why you're still here today. Oh, so, like, that's what you meant. Like, you should have been more, like, clear about it. Sorry. My bad. No, it's okay. Like, it's really... That's it? Why'd you stop mid-sentence? Did I? So, like... What was I talking about again? If Lotta ever wanted another genuine mysterious phenomenon, it's right here. Eeny meeny. So, why are you still here today? Like, there's so much for me to, like, study here. Like what? Like, the medium's training, or like, how they inherit their spiritual power. I suppose this village is the real thing, after all. So, like, I asked if I could stay here for, like, a little longer. She sure seems like the carefree type, at least on the surface. Have you heard about the murder? It's, like, totally scary, she says with a silly smile plastered on her face. So, do you know anything about it that might help? Somehow I don't think she has a grip on reality, let alone what's going on here. The victim. About the victim, Dr. Gray. I don't know who you're talking about. Like, wait. I think you asked about him, like, yesterday, too. That's right. Her reaction yesterday when I asked was... to dance. You and Dr. Gray knew each other, right? I don't know any Dr. Gray. Oh, really? Then what was all that talk about him earlier? Huh? Well, like, a long time ago, I was like, a patient, yeah? A patient, yeah. Okay, she is definitely hiding something from me. Like, is something wrong? Possibly. Find a way. Hey, look, it's Pearl. You surprised me. And how are you today? I guess she isn't open to friendly chatting. Huh. She's still holding something in her hand. It looks like the same thing she had yesterday. Oh, hold on. Present! Oh yeah, Maya said to give this to you. Ah! I'm in trouble now. If Morgan sees us like this, I'll be the next one they're channeling. That's Mystic Maya's! Huh? She actually spoke! Who are you? I'm Phoenix Wright. I worked with Maya. You worked with Mystic Maya? You're Mr. Nick, right? Excuse me? I bet I know who she picked Nick up from. Did I miss something as to why she calls him Nick? I don't remember that coming up. She just did it. I know who you are. You're Mystic Maya's special someone. What? So then, of course, you're going to help Mystic Maya, aren't you? That's what you're going to do, right? Well, yeah, I will. Oh, wow, it's like a beautiful fairy tale. That earnest look shining brightly in your eyes. It must be true love. What? Why am I being boiled into a bright red lobster by this little kid? I'm so jealous of Mystic Maya. Ah, what a wonderful relationship. Wait, I mean, we aren't. Things aren't like... I can tell you're a good person. Alright, Mr. Nick. I may be small, but I'm going to help you in any way I can. Okay. Pearl. Pearl, are you friends with Maya? I feel very grateful to be friends with her. She's so great. I want to be like Mystic Maya when I grow up. I really look up to her because she's taller than me. Wow, I had no idea Maya was so revered. Usually when people don't use Mystic Maya's title, I get mad. Oh, sorry. But if it's you, Mr. Nick, then it's okay. Because you're special to her. Where in the world did she get an idea like that? By the way, this may be rude, but which channeling school are you from? Which channeling school? Yes, for example, I study the Korean technique. Ah, I get it. No, I'm a lawyer. A lawyer. Lawyer? Yep. Is that related to spirit mediums in any way? None that I know of. Wait, are you telling me you don't know what a lawyer is? I'm sorry, but I have no idea. Maya did say Pearl doesn't know much about the outside world. Get him in your hand. So what's that you've got there, Pearl? Oh, this? I found it yesterday. If you want it, I can give it to you. Accept it. I don't see why I wouldn't. Alright, well, if you really want to give it to me. You look like a child at a toy store, Mr. Nick. She not only speaks in a refined manner, but laughs in one too. Black key added to the court record. Mr. Nick? Yes, Pearls? I can call you that, right? You're too cute to just call you Pearl. Sure, Mr. Nick. Are you sure it's okay for me to have this Magatama? Yeah, it's okay. I was told to give it to you. But I can't accept something like this. All I really should do is charge this Magatama with spiritual energy. Spiritual energy? Please, take this. I'm sure it'll be helpful. What do you mean? It will let you see people's secrets. See people's secrets? Yes. If it's alright with you, I would like to accompany you for a little while. I can explain the Magatama's power to you when we meet someone hiding a secret. Huh. You don't say. Are you still here? Because you're definitely hiding a secret. Hello again. Hello again. We seem to be seeing a lot of each other today. Oh, she's like totally cute. Is she like your daughter? What? No. How old do you think I am? Alright, so if I now talk to you... I want to ask you about the victim, Dr. Gray. I, like, totally don't know him. Huh. What is that? You can see it, can't you, Mr. Nick? You can see the lock on that person's heart. Huh? What? This is the power of the Magatama. Only you can see these cyclocks, Mr. Nick. Cyclocks, huh? The more someone wants to hide their secret, the more locks you will see. If it's only one, I think you can easily unlock it. Unlock? But how? Please use Mystic Maya's Magatama on this person, and let's remove the lock. No idea what she's talking about, but guess I'll give it a try. You must be careful though, Mr. Nick. If you make a mistake, it will hurt you. If you don't think you have the proof you need, you must have the courage to stop. Well, I've got to start somewhere. Let's give this cyclock thing a try. So if we do this again, I'm going to ask you again. Did you know did you know Dr. Gray? I totally don't know that guy. Like, you're totally more persistent than a roach. Well, this is unexpected. This girl is hiding something. I'm sure of it. Guess I have no choice but to remove this lock. Alright, so first I have to use Maya's Magatama. So, like... do I present it? Or do I... how does this work? Like if I now go... no. Also, yeah, never looked at this. Okay. Okay, so maybe it is present. There we go. We got there in the end. The victim. Okay, so it's like cross-examining, but in the real world. Excuse me. Eeny meeny, I believe you do know who Dr. Gray is. I told you. Like, how many times do I, have to repeat myself? If you're, so totally sure, then where's, your proof? Well, it may be possible that you never actually met Dr. Gray in person. I do believe you might have at least indirectly known of him. What do you mean, indirectly? I should try to show that the possibility existed for now. So something that shows a possible connection between Eni and Dr. Gray. Well, these are all I have. I don't know. Or I'm assuming I don't use that again. I don't know. Yeah, I don't think I have enough evidence yet. I should investigate and gather some more clues before I try again. She did say know when to walk away and when to run. Alright, we'll come back to you. Yeah, we'll come back to you. Winding away. Meditation room? Hey, it's you, pal. So you're gonna be her lawyer, I bet. Yes. Oh. I really feel bad for you, pal. Just this once. I wish I could be on your side. Detective Gumshoe. Yeah, but I shouldn't be saying that kind of stuff to you. Hey, you're a cute kid. Ha ha ha! I'm not scary, honest. Wow, I never knew Gumshoe liked kids. Hey, I know. I'll show you something cool. How's this? It's a real genuine pistol. Detective Gumshoe! What are you doing showing her something that dangerous? Oh, sorry. Maya's guilt. What about Maya and the charges against her? I don't think you can win, pal. If you're talking about proof, we've got a few pieces. You've got proof? Yeah, pal. That puffy-haired photographer is going to testify tomorrow. He must be talking about Lotta. Actually, speaking of Lotta, I took some hot pictures earlier. Huh? Remember? I took some pictures at the murder scene inside. Lotta's hot pictures. I wonder what a camera captured. Besides, you must have realized by now, pal. There's no way anyone other than Maya Fey could have done it. What am I supposed to say to Pearls now? Victim. About Dr. Gray. The victim wasn't super famous, but people still knew who he was. His face was all over those tabloid shows last year. Yeah, I know. I was looking through some newspapers from last year and... Huh? Could have sworn I caught an article out, but I guess I must have lost it. Searching through his pockets. Boy, are those big. It looked really interesting, too. Hey, do you have a copy, pal? A copy of that article? I think Dr. Gray might have brought a copy to the office when he came by. Tomorrow's trial. Avoid Maya's trial tomorrow. I've got 2 pieces of news for you, pal. 2? Yeah, bad news and even worse news. So, which do you want to hear first? Don't really care. Doesn't change the fact that I'm not going to like it. Alright, pal. Well, the prosecutor for the trial is Prosecutor von Karma. Did we not put him away for murder? What? Von Karma? Was it murder? We definitely put him away for something. Manfred von Karma. He was an awe-inspiring veteran prosecutor. He never lost a case in the 40 years of his career, and he raised a fearsome disciple. The horrible aftertaste of the evil he force-fed me is something I'll never forget. Wait a sec. Didn't von Karma stand trial and... That's where the other piece of bad news comes in. The von Karma you're facing tomorrow is actually his successor. Successor? Successor? So, who is this successor to von Karma? Literally, pal, it's Prosecutor von Karma's kid. His kid became a prosecutor real young, like 13, and hasn't lost a trial since. That's what they call a prodigy, pal. Kid, huh? Wait a sec. 13? The kid became a prosecutor at the age of 13? I mean, a prodigy like that, I would have heard something about. Oh, no. The kid was born and raised in Germany, pal. That country's got a lot of stuff and is a great place to develop a person's talents. Germany, huh? That's probably why I've never heard of this person. Still, all it takes is someone mentioning the name von Karma. And I get terrible flashbacks to that case. Mostly of Edgeworth. Stop it! Get a grip on yourself, Phoenix! Slaps himself across the face. None of that matters anymore, now that he's gone. Alright, so you're not lying about anything or hiding anything. To the chamber. Nope, no one here. Okay. Alright. So, I think I want to go to my office. And I'd be right. Whew. Feels like I've been gone forever. But it's only been 1 day. Oh! That's right! Where's that newspaper Dr. Gray brought the other day? Ah, here it is. Right on top of my desk. This is the only thing you left behind that's going to be of any help. Newspaper clipping 1. Added to the court record. Alright, hold on. Can I properly look at that? Yeah. 1 year ago on May 2nd, 14 patients died from malpractice at Gray Surgical Clinic. Okay, so let's go back to the village. And presumably I can give that to Detective Gumshoe. Dr. Gray brought this over to my office the other day and... Hey, it's that news story! The one about the malpractice suit. 14 patients died and it caused a huge stink. Yeah, 14 corpses would. Yeah, but that's not all, pal. Things only got worse after that. You mean the car accident the nurse died in? Oh, here we go. I brought my own clipping with me today. Here, pal, this is for you. Alright, thanks. Newspaper clipping 2 added to the court record. Mimi Meanie, nurse at Gray Surgical Clinic, died after falling asleep at the wheel. Like, obviously it had to be something Minnie to be her, like, sibling, I'm assuming. But her name should have been Miney Mo. Or Miney. Oh. What? Oh, right, yeah, I meant to just look at it, not present. Mimi Miney. Nurse at Gray Surgical Clinic died after falling asleep at the wheel. Okay. Is that enough to break through your thing. So if we present this, the victim. Let's see. So I've had a list before. And newspaper clipping number 2. Take a look at this newspaper clipping. Like, what is it? A story about an accident? Please read the victim's name. Mimi Miney. Miney is a pretty rare last name, wouldn't you say? Miss Mimi Miney wouldn't happen to be a relative of yours, would she? So you noticed. She was my older sister. I'm sorry about your loss. Your sister, was she a nurse? Perhaps at Dr. Gray's surgical clinic? Gray Surgical Clinic. I don't think I need to tell you that the clinic was run by the victim, Dr. Turner Gray. Which is how you knew of Dr. Gray. You knew him through your sister. I've broken the lock. Unlock successful. Damn, I'm good. Pardon me. The victim. Please, tell me all you know about Dr. Gray. My sister's name was Mimi Miney. She was like a nurse at Dr. Gray's clinic. That's what I thought. I heard that, like, Dr. Gray was really tough on people. Like, a total slave driver. My sis was, like, always coming home totally wiped out because she was overworked. Wiped out? So is that why she fell asleep at the wheel? That guy, like, drove my sis so hard, so, like, that's why the accident happened. The one where 14 patients died from malpractice. Yeah, like, I think that was the doctor's fault, too. My sis was pushed by, like, everyone's expectations and, like, her duties and stuff. And that pushed her to her death. Oh, I'm sorry. So, like, are we done? I've, like, already told my story to, like, everyone. Do you understand? No. Fuck it, let's give her that sort of voice. Do you understand now, Mr. Nick? This is how a psych lock works. Well, I don't plan to pry into people's hearts unless I absolutely need to. The lock this time was pretty easy, but you might meet people who aren't as willing to give in later on. If you don't have enough proof, be careful and know when to stop trying. Yeah, that's it. Finding way, no one here. No, we've just been to the side room. What am I doing? Finding way. Meditation room. Nothing new with you. Murder room? Nothing in the murder room. Okay. Meditation. Village. Ooh, something in the village. Mr. Nick. What's wrong? I have never left Korean Village. Really? Wow, that's pretty amazing. You are going to meet with Mystic Maya, aren't you? Please tell her I said hi. Hey, wait! She ran off. Again. Well, I know Enie's secret now, but I still don't have any idea how I'm going to save Maya. I don't even know if I should go in there with a smile or a straight face. Well, to the detention center. What am I supposed to do? I'm almost out of time. Can I really do anything? Can I really save her? Sorry to keep you waiting. Huh? Must be Maya. It's been a long time, hasn't it, Phoenix? That voice. Mia! Even without me being here, it looks like you've learned to stand on your own. Mia. She's Maya's older sister, and my mentor. She was a top-notch defense lawyer, but a certain case forced her into retirement. But whenever I'm in trouble, she comes to help, just like this. Her spirit comes back from the other world and borrows Maya's body for a bit. Phoenix, you can't make that kind of face in front of your client. A lawyer is someone who smiles no matter how bad it gets, and especially when it's bad. Mia, you can't smile at the end if you haven't been smiling the whole way there. In any case, the face you're making now is no face to show a client, Phoenix. So, tell me all about it. I'm going to guess that my sister is in a lot of trouble again. I told her everything about what had happened in the last 2 days. Mia closed her eyes, deep in thought, while she listened. I see. Mia, what am I supposed to do? It's pretty clear what a good lawyer does in this situation. And that is... Tell me, please. Believe in your convictions. And fight for the complete acquittal of your client. No, guilty. You think Maya's not guilty? How can you be so sure? I know she is, and I'll give you a hint as to why. Yes? Mediums can't have dreams. They can't? From what you told me, it sounds like Maya was having a dream while channeling. Yeah, she said she dreamt that she had died and had been buried in the ground. But that is impossible! You've heard it from her, I'm sure. When a medium channels, her own spirit disappears, which means that it's impossible for her to dream during that time. Then, what does this mean? I think it's safe to bet that Maya was set up. A setup. It's up to you to blow the lid on this case tomorrow and show how she was set up. Evidence? How am I supposed to prove her innocence when I have nothing to go on? If you're looking for a clue, it's already in your hands. It is? Just as it sounds, Phoenix. You already hold... the key? Really? Come on, show me the key to this case. The key, huh? Alright, I'll show it to her. The key I hold. Present. The key. Mia, have you seen this key before? Ah, the key. It's literally the key to understanding everything that's happened in this case. This key? Phoenix, listen. Right now, that key is sitting in your hand. However, it shouldn't be. It contradicts the facts. What does she mean? I'm certain this key will be the piece of evidence that makes your case tomorrow. You already know everything you need to know. You know what the key to this case is. That is enough. But, how can I win tomorrow without knowing who the real murderer is? You never fucking know who the real murderer is. It gets established like halfway through the trial. And then we spend the second half proving it. Who? Who could have... It's the aunt. Or Pearl. Pearl did it. I didn't know it at the time. But this day was going to end with a turn for the surprising. Oh? Oh. Triple locks. Mia? What? What's wrong? That's right. Only I can see the psych locks. Which means... Mia must know something about the real murderer. But for this to be something that she would hide under lock and key from even me. What in the world is going on? To be continued. And I might actually leave it there. Just do a wee shorter one today. Yeah, I think we'll do that. So there we go. No, do I want to stop? Kinda do. Yeah. Do a wee shorter one. Just because I don't have quite the same time to go long on these as I sometimes do with Phoenix Wrights. So maybe next week's, depending on how the schedule breaks down, might be a longer one. We'll see. Also, if it's anything like the first game of the trilogy, these will get progressively longer as they go. So, like, this might be a one, or like it might be done next week anyway. Yeah. Nah, fuck it, we'll go on. No, will I? Shit. I don't know. It's not even been an hour and a half. Fuck it. We continue. I changed your mind. Really didn't think that through. Ignore me. Lobby number 3. What? Prosecutor von Karma? You mean... No, I heard it's his successor this time. Successor? Manfred von Karma was a really sinister man. He pulled all sorts of nasty tricks, all so he could win. He was a man obsessed with the word perfection. He had a perfect record for 40 long years. Who knows what sorts of dirty tricks he used to get each of those guilty verdicts? I mean, some of them were probably legit. And now, his successor. I wonder what kind of person they will turn out to be. It's no good. Mystic Maya! Pearly! You showed up! Thanks for coming all this way. I was really worried about you. Hey, where's your mother? Didn't you two come together? Mother is watching over the trainees. She said they have training for 2 days straight with no breaks. Huh? Then you came all by yourself? Yup. I snuck out of the manor and followed a map. Don't tell me you walked all the way here. Of course not. I ran. I can't. Oh my. If it takes 2 hours by train. Oh man. Pearly, what about the train? Huh? What's a tray-in? I give up. It's time, isn't it? I'm really scared. What if Von Karma tries to do something to me? At least I know Mr. Edgeworth would be nicer to me than Von Karma. Mr. Edgeworth! Who is that? He's Nick's rival. Well, he's also a friend. I still remember him as though I'd seen him only yesterday. Oh, it's Maya. Wasn't me. Every trial was a scorchingly fierce battle until the very end. It was always back and forth with them. But when you're rivals for life... Maya, please don't mention that name ever again. Huh? But why, Nick? I'm sorry, Maya. I forgot. You don't know. He's gone. And he's not coming back. What? Well, wait a second. What's that supposed to mean? Court will commence shortly. Please proceed into the courtroom. Let's go. Now's not the time to talk about that anyway. Nick. What happened to Edgeworth again? He didn't die. He's not dead. Courtroom number 2. A new character. Fun. Court is now in session for the trial of Maya Fey. Are the prosecution and the defense prepared? What's with this kid? Mr. Wright, are you prepared? Huh? Yes, Your Honor. Why does he always seem mad at me? Mr. Phoenix Wright. You must be a little shocked because I am a woman, correct? Hold on. So she's the famed successor to Professor Von Karma? Prosecutor Von Karma. I am Franziska Von Karma, the prodigy. A real fire starter. Twisted fire starter. I see. I gave up a promising career in Germany and came to this country for one sole reason. Revenge! Revenge? Is this about her father, Manfred von Karma? What else could she possibly be looking for revenge for, Phoenix? If it's something of a personal nature, I'm sure you can... Ow! I'm talking! I'm not doing a German accent. If you interrupt again, my whip will do the speaking for me. Please speak with your mouth like a normal person. I beg of you. Yow! Make no mistake, I will defeat you. Prepare to go down, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Prosecutor Von Karma, your opening statement, please. Those of Von Karma blood have only one fate, and that is perfection. The defendant, Maya Fey, will find no escape from her guilt on my watch. Very well. What is the defense's position? Your Honor. Does the defense wish to enter a plea of not guilty? Yes. Foolish fool who foolishly dreams of foolish dreams. 10 minutes. I give the defense 10 minutes before it changes its plea. That's right. I'll have you running for the justified self-defense plea in no time. Justified self-defense? A plea usually reserved for when a person unintentionally kills in defense of themselves. We could very easily make a solid case that it was self-defense, but... The defense stands by the plea of not guilty, Your Honor. Because to plead justified self-defense is to say you did kill someone. How foolish! If that's how you want to play it, Mr. Phoenix Wright, then I shall now call my first witness. The first witness. She's just as scary as her father. Like father, like daughter, I suppose. Witness, your name and occupation. Yes, sir. My name is Dick Gumshoe. I'm a detective at the local precinct. Ah! Get to the point already. Explain to the court the details of this murder. Yes, sir. If everyone would please look at this map. The channeling chamber has no windows and the door was locked shut. Oh, this is a... Yeah. Why did this not drop on me before? Yeah, this is a proper, like, locked room murder. Mystery. Fun. At the time of the murder, only the victim and the defendant were in the room. What were they doing in there? They were channeling a spirit, sir. Channeling a spirit? That's quite the look of disbelief there, Your Honor. Anyway, a few minutes after the channeling started, gunshots were heard coming from inside the room, sir. A few of the witnesses broke the door down and rushed into the room. Ah, and that's when they found the victim was already dead, correct? I believe this is one of the most open and shut cases I have ever presided over. Floor plans added to the court record. So, how was the victim killed? I was about to get to that. Stop wasting my time, then. Cause of death. The direct cause of death was a pistol shot to the forehead, sir. The shot was fired from point-blank range. But before the victim was shot, sir, he was stabbed in the chest. The wound was very severe, but not enough to cause instantaneous death. The murderer used the pistol to finish the victim off after the stabbing. Have we found a murder weapon? That hasn't come up. So the victim was stabbed before being shot. This is the victim's autopsy report, sir. Autopsy report added to the court record. The court accepts it into evidence. Mr. Wright, you may question the witness. And question I shall. Press. Nope, not that one. Press. Yeah, what I said. The murder weapon, Detective Gumshoe. Whose pistol was it? It was the victim's. The victim? Now why would he have... Why would he have a pistol? Who cares? The point that you're missing is whose fingerprints are on that pistol. If you're not already paying attention to that, then I suggest you start. Fingerprints. There were fingerprints? Along with the victims, the defendant, Maya Faye's, were also on the grip, sir. So the defendant's fingerprints were left on the murder weapon. I walked right into her hands there. And a shot was fired from point blank range. Let's press. Point blank, huh? So about how far away is that? It's anywhere between 12 to 20 inches away. And how do you know he was shot at point blank? Mr. Phoenix Wright. I grow tired of the foolish foolery of the foolish fools of this foolish country. Excuse me? Gunpowder burn. Gunpowder burn. When something is shot from point blank, a burn area is left around the bullet hole. Gunpowder exploding is what makes a bullet fire, and that gets real hot, pal. And there were definitely some gunpowder burns left on the victim's forehead. Wow, never knew that. Live and learn, I guess. Well, I should have known that, Phoenix. You're a fucking lawyer. But before the victim was shot, sir, he was stabbed in the chest. Stabbed? And what was he stabbed with? A fruit knife. I see. And whose knife was it? Looks like it belongs to the face, sir. And of course my face fingerprints are all over it. All over it, huh? This does not look good. Ah ha ha! What will you do now, Mr. Phoenix Wright? It's not too far off of the last prosecutor's voice. Wound was very severe. How severe was the wound? Very. If it had been a half-inch more to the right, it would have hit the victim's heart. After a stab like that, it's impossible to fight back, let alone stand. This testimony makes it sound like Maya had stabbed him with the intent to kill. The murderer used the pistol to finish the victim off after the stabbing. Are you sure he was stabbed first, then shot? Yup, sure as sure can be. One look at the wounds and you'd come to the same conclusion too, pal. A fool is a fool who will only listen to the foolish opinions of other foolish fools. A pistol shot to the forehead at point blank is certainly enough to kill instantly. Does it matter then which was first? Think a little more before you open that big mouth of yours, Mr. Phoenix Wright. What a pain. That's enough. We have clearly established how the victim was murdered. I brought the 2 murder weapons with me today. Very well, the court accepts them into evidence. Pistol added to the court record. Murder weapon was Gray's. 2 shots fired. Bears Maya's and Gray's fingerprints. Knife added to the court record. Murder weapon, a small fruit knife, belongs to the face. Bears Maya's fingerprints. The date and time of death was June 19th at 3:15 p.m. Eyewitnesses claim to have heard 2 gunshots at this time. And 2 murder weapons, both with the defendant's fingerprints on them. Huh. This does not seem like an open and shut case. Or did he say does? Maybe he said does. Maybe I misread it there. Naturally! It's going from bad to worse. He must have said does. As if the summary just now wasn't oversimplifying things to the extreme. Your Honour, feel free to slam that little gavel of yours. After all, there is no room left for doubt, is there? That is quite true. Mr. Wright? Yes? Even in the face of all this, do you still wish to plead not guilty? It's the opinion of this court that if you do not adjust your plea, you stand to lose. See, just as I promised, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You would change your plea in less than 10 minutes. What will you do, Mr. Wright? Will you change to justified self-defense? Because now would be the time to do so. This is your final chance. This is a huge decision. I'd better think this through all the way. Plead not guilty. If we plead justified self-defense, we'd basically be confessing to the murder. After the trial, Maya's life would be ruined, and she'd be labelled a murderer. A justified self-defense murderer. I can't let that happen. Hands on the desk. Your Honour! Have you reached a conclusion, Mr. Wright? The defence will not change its plea. We will accept nothing short of complete acquittal. Phoenix Point. You have sealed your fate, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Detective! Yes, sir. Present the final portion of your testimony. The final strike. Yes, sir. Now, see here. Proceedings are run by... Oh, yes, of course. Go ahead, detective, and give your testimony. This is a shoddily run court. I think the court would like to hear about the other piece of incriminating evidence. Incriminating evidence. Sorry, pal, but there's an even more incriminating piece of evidence. This is the costume the defendant was wearing at the time of the crime. The crime time. As you can see, it's covered in blood. The defendant attacked and killed a person who, without a doubt, was not fighting back. Oh, so we would have been really fucked there if we tried to change to self-defense. So this costume. There certainly is evidence of a back spray of blood on this. This piece directly links Maya Fey to the crime, sir. I see. The court accepts this into evidence. Maya's costume added to the court record. Clothes Maya was wearing at the time of the murder. There are blood splatters on it. Alright, Mr. Wright. Maya's fingerprints on both murder weapons and blood splatters on her clothes. Could this situation get any worse? Ha! What's wrong? You seem to be at a loss. I think this is the last piece of testimony the prosecution should have to offer. Feel free to sulk off with your tail between your legs, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Please stop calling me by my full name. It's disturbing. Mr. Alright. And press. Hands on the desk. Why didn't you say so in your testimony earlier? You're kind of scary today, you know, pal. Come now, Mr. Wright. There is no need for that kind of attitude in my court. Alright, just please stop glaring at me like that. Costume. Maya's costume. Yeah, she was wearing this when we arrested her. Maya, she's wearing her channeling costume today, too. Is she not allowed to wear anything else? Covered in blood. This blood on the costume. Lab results show that it is the victim's blood. Chatter, chatter, chatter. So there is blood from the victim on the defendant's clothes. Definitely not good. So, were there any other clues you could glean from this piece of evidence? Well... If you must change the topic, then the good detective here must testify again. But too bad. Not enough time. Let's move on. Yes, Miss Von Karma is perfectly correct. Now even the judge is on her side. But if I bite off more than I can chew here, what should I do? Press further! Why is Miss Von Karma suddenly putting up resistance? There must be a reason as to why she suddenly threw out an objection like that. There must be something about this costume. I just have to look harder. Mr. Wright, Mrs. Von Karma's logic is perfect. There's no way for you to poke a hole in it. Looks like my time is up. So, about the costume. There is one little thing. Your Honor, actually, there is something very wrong with this piece of evidence. What? What are you talking about, pal? Where is this problem you're talking about? We've come this far. There's no turning back now. The problem I have with this piece of evidence is here. I'm presuming it's that possibly bullet hole? I asked the court to please take a look at the sleeve of this costume. The sleeve? There is a tiny hole here. A hole? But that wasn't in the report. Hold on. What's this around the hole? It smells faintly of gunpowder. Gunpowder? No one ever told me. A hole that smells of gunpowder. Just gonna take a... No. It looks like I found the hole I was looking for. Okay, I'm taking a screenshot of that one. Might come useful at some point. Your Honor, the only logical conclusion you can make is that it must be a bullet hole. That makes sense. Order! 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 This is a very grave matter. It's best we correct the court record first before anything else. Maya's costume updated in the court record. Sorry about that. I guess we messed up, sir. Is she actually smiling? What else is she hiding? Pull yourself together, detective. That tiny hole doesn't change a thing. The strength of the evidence still holds. Continue with your testimony. That just now was a fluke. Nothing more. How can you say something like that? This is a huge oversight. While I agree it is a mistake on the part of the police, what Prosecutor Von Karma has said is true. The evidence still stands. If you do not find a more definitive problem with the evidence, then... No way. Detective Gumshoe, please continue with your testimony. Yes, sir. Alright, let's press. He wasn't fighting back. How do you know if he was, or wasn't? We could find no evidence that the victim put up any sort of a struggle, pal. So did the murderer have a fight with the victim or not? Depending on this, the circumstances around this murder change drastically. We're in real trouble now. If only I had something to prove that the victim did fight back. That Von Karma. She thinks she can decide the verdict with this testimony alone. Well, I'll find a critical contradiction somehow, and then I'll have her. Okay, hold on. Let me check not the guide map. Hold on. Because there was a hole in the screen. Was there not? Yeah. And she was facing away from the screen. Alright, hold on. Present the screen. The music's still playing, so I have not done it. Okay. Fascinating. But that's gotta be something. Alright, so... don't know. Like, that's definitely something. I did press on that one last time, didn't I? Let me see. Yeah, we did, because it was the fighting back business. Okay. Don't think any of these help. The bullet hole on her sleeve? Perhaps? If it's not the bullet hole in the thing, it's the bullet hole on her sleeve. I'll try that. It's the only thing I can think of. After the first thing I can think of. Music stopped. I've done it. Detective Dick Gumshoe. Yes? Having you call me by my full name is kind of a weird feeling. You said that my client killed a person who, without a doubt, was not fighting back. Yeah, I did. Then what, may I ask, is the bullet hole you police overlooked supposed... Then what, may I ask, is the bullet hole you police overlooked supposed to mean? What does it mean? I'll tell you what it means. It means that the victim had fired off a shot. Is this what it means to not fight back? You're right. It seems you are correct. If the victim had tried to shoot the defendant, then it would change everything. Alright, the wind seems to be shifting. Ha! What's with that "are you finished yet" laugh? Are you finished yet, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Miss Von Karma? It seems that Maya Fey was shot at by the victim. However, that is only grounds enough to support a justified self-defense plea. That is correct. But I'm sure you remember, Your Honor, what the defense clearly said. They rejected justified self-defense and pleaded not guilty. Ah! Now that you... Why, that's right. Which means the defense has yet to prove anything at all. No. Well, yes, that's true. Furthermore, just the fact that there is a bullet hole in the costume is not enough to substantiate even a plea of justified self-defense. Huh? How so? Ah! Don't just stand there. Hurry up and tell the court what transpired that day. With the new information we acquired added in, of course. Huh? You mean by myself? You want me to put together the scenario all by myself? Ah! Yes, sir. Right away, sir. What transpired? During the channeling, the defendant saw her chance to stab the victim in the chest. Of course, the victim used the last of his strength to fight back, sir. While the two were fighting, the victim took out his gun. The victim took a shot, but because they were too close, he missed. The defendant then picked up on the opening, took the victim's gun, and ended it. This scenario you have put together does make sense. Yes, sir. Well, Mr. Wright, on the surface it does seem to make sense. However, I won't give up that easily. Please refrain from glaring at me like that. Now then, your cross-examination, please. Certainly. Prepare to be cross-examined. Alright, so pop. There is quite a difference in height between Dr. Gray and the defendant. Add in body strength, and it seems unlikely the defendant could have stabbed the victim. Now that you mention it, yeah, I guess. You think you can get away with such flimsy reasoning, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Maya Fey was in the middle of channeling, was she not? When channeling with the Korean channeling technique, the medium physically changes. With the nurse's build, the defendant could have easily been a match for the doctor. I don't believe it. She even studied up on the Korean channeling technique. Like I said before, I am perfect. About what you were talking about, I didn't quite get it. Never mind. Let's continue with the testimony. Oh. So he was stabbed, but the stab wound didn't kill him. But if you think about the blood loss, he was probably hurt pretty bad. How badly hurt would you say he was? Actually, I went to give blood the other day, and afterward I felt a little lightheaded and dizzy. I guess the damage was maybe about 10 times the dizziness? Ah! Sorry! While the two were fighting, the victim took out his gun. Where in the world did that pistol come from? Looks like the victim, Dr. Gray, had specifically bought it for that day. But a handgun? He got it off the black market about 2 days before the murder. How did Dr. Gray bring a gun? Was he taking precautions against something? The victim took a shot, but because they were too close, he missed. Got rid of that already. So, you're saying that the bullet hole in this costume was made then? Sorry, pal, but yeah, that's what I think. The two of them were already fighting when a shot was fired. Maya, I'm really glad you weren't hurt. And finally, the defendant then picked up on the opening, took the victim's gun, and emptied it. Maya has never fired a gun before in her life. The victim had already taken off the safety. With the safety off, even an amateur like you can fire it just by pulling the trigger. Even me. I wonder, did I do it? Now do you understand? Von Karma's logic is perfect. Its testimony certainly makes us look very bad. But there's gotta be a contradiction in there somewhere. And uncovering it is going to uncover the truth. I can feel it. Alright, what have we got? Possibly now is when the folding screen comes in. Alright, let's see. Probably here. If it is. Nope, music didn't stop. Okay. Ah. Okay. Does this help? No. I just wasted a bit of health. So we have pressed on everything. I don't know. This intrigues me. I don't know. What's the contradiction? Wait, does that diagram have like roughly where they were sitting? No. Try it. No, okay. I'm now at that stage where I'm just flailing. Don't know. And like, yeah, I can't like rotate this or anything. It's not one of those bits of evidence. I'm just gonna save because I'm one fuck up away from losing the case. Took out his gun. To a shop because of difficulty missed. Defendant that picked up on the opening, took the victim's gun and ended it. I don't know. Mother of pearl. Anyway, that's big picture. That's still my guess. I think the sister's a red herring. Because you might think, oh, it was obviously the sister out for revenge. I think it's Morgan Fay to get rid of Maya so that Pearl can become the new master, is my overall thinking. I just need to get past this bit to get to the proving of it. But I don't know what I am not getting here. And it annoys me so. During the channeling, the defendant saw a chance to stab the victim in the chest. Of course, the victim used the last of his strength to fight back. While the two were fighting, the victim took out his gun. The victim took a shot, but because they were too close, he missed. The defendant then picked up on the opening, took the victim's gun, and ended it. What? I've pressed on everything, so it is an evidence thing. What have I missed? I'm going to press on the last point again. Sometimes that helps. Fired a gun. We've already taken off the safety. With the safety off, even an amateur like you can fire it from the trigger. Okay. Nothing there. And there's nothing on the gun that says the safety was... Wait. Does that have a safety? Like a revolver? This is not going to be it. I'm overthinking it, but we'll give it a go. No, okay. Okay, so... Because that's just going to lead to a case over, so we're just going to... What? Nothing there. Don't think I get anything from that. Nor that, nor that. I thought there was something there, but not yet. Key obviously has something to offer, but again, I don't think it's here. Diagram of the channeling chamber, there's nothing there. I swear you used to be able to read the autopsy reports. Think. What am I not putting together here? I don't know. What's missing? What's missing? What's the contradiction? What isn't lining up? I don't know. Alright. So we know it's not the gun, and it's not the floor plans. Small food knife, close to the face, bears nice fingerprints. Like, I know it's not this. Oh my god, it is. Missing the tiny hole in this costume will be the prosecution's undoing. See, I didn't think it was that because it had literally just been the evidence we used before. Eh? What do you mean? This little hole has actually created a huge hole in your testimony. Explain yourself, Mr. Wright. You said the two of them were fighting when the victim fired his gun at point blank. If that were true, then where is the gunpowder burn on this costume? Gunpowder burn? This is what you testified earlier. When something is shot from point blank, a burn area is left around the bullet hole. Oh! But there is not a single trace of gunpowder burn on this costume. Okay. That is a very good point. And what exactly does this mean? It means that when the shot was fired, they were standing apart from each other. I'm disappointed, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You think you can punch a hole in my logic with that? With wishy-washy thinking like that, anyone can explain anything away. Then I implore you to disprove my line of thinking. Let's see. In the middle of their fight, the victim pushed the defendant away, and it was then, when they were separated, that he fired. How was that? As if that was even possible. According to testimony, the wound from the stabbing was very severe. The victim would not have had the strength to push the defendant very far after that. Well, then... That's right! The defendant must have pushed the victim away. After stabbing him, she must have put some space between the doctor and herself. And then, while she was preparing to strike again, the doctor took his shot. There, that should satisfy even you. That does make an awful lot of sense. What do you think, Mr. Wright? I must be careful. I can't afford to make a mistake here. Concentrate and think. Something doesn't make sense. I'll figure out what after. There is a fatal flaw in her argument, Your Honor. Fatal? Flaw? Yo! Very interesting. I would love to see where this flaw is. Show me something that contradicts my explanation. There has to be a snag in her explanation somewhere. She put some distance between them before rushing to make the final blow. And when she was about to strike, the doctor took his shot. There must be a piece of evidence that contradicts this line of thinking. Well, like the floor plan, because the room's tiny. Take a look at this! Why are you showing this to me, pal? Prosecutor von Karma's explanation and this piece of evidence do not contradict. Huh? But the music stopped. Looks like you need to use your brain a little more, pal. Being lectured by Gumshoe, of all people, is so embarrassing. Come on, hurry up and get that thinking cap on. You really fucking suckered me in with the music stopping there, because usually when the music stops, that means you've got it right. Alright, hold on. Ah, damn, I was going to save there. Although we don't seem to get penalised. Is this now where the bullet hole? There we go. This is the piece of evidence that destroys your logic. What is that? A folding screen? I would like to point the court's attention to the hole in this folding screen. Ah! It looks like you already know what I'm talking about. Who? Where? What? Mr. Wright, your explanation, please. Are these two really that clueless? The bullet went through the defendant's sleeve first, then the folding screen. It passed through at a height of approximately 8 inches off the ground, which means when the shot was fired, Maya, I mean the defendant, was not getting ready to strike, but was actually squatting low to the ground. That makes sense. Order! Order! This changes everything. Please look at this diagram of the crime scene. The victim, Dr. Gray, was here when he fired the shot, and the bullet hit this folding screen. It hit it at this location about 8 inches off the ground. At this time, the defendant was in this area. Oh, this makes it like there-ish. Somewhere around here. Uh-oh, the judge's face is scrunched like he just smelled some serious bad breath. That is, I mean... Wait, I just realized I forgot to brush this morning. Excuse me while I freshen up. Sure. In the meantime, I want you to think things through again, Mr. Wright. Of course. Whoops. What's done is done for now. I should focus on where Maya was at the time of the crime. She in the center? Somewhere around here. Nope. Shit. Shit, I forgot to save. And that's my last. Where the f was she not? Or was she further back? Huh. Interesting. Continue. So I'm not entirely sure Alright, where am I? Oh yeah, okay, so this was... Or wait, was it at this point? Or... Yes, it was at this point. And it was the... This. Yep. Alright. Yep. Here we go. Old gunpowder burn. Just need to get back to that point of where they were sitting. Wishy-washy. Pushy. No pushy. Doesn't make sense. The floor plan. Yeah, it's the floor plan. Or was it? Yeah, it's the floor plan and then the folding screen. Yes, perfect. Or no, it wasn't. It was the... Oh, that's right. The floor plan did that. And no, that's where I had the floor plan in my head from. Folding screen. Okay. Alright, so I need to save it before it asks me to point where she was sitting. Alright, so I think this is it. And this is purely because I don't fully understand where she was meant to be. Was she here? So she wasn't in the center. She wasn't here. Was she like here? No. Okay. I'm very confused with where she was. So she wasn't right in front of them. She wasn't here. She wasn't in the center. Is she here? No. Where the fuck was Maya? I could have sworn they were sitting, like, facing each other. Like, here? Well, that would make sense. Nope. Where the fuck was this girl sitting? Like, was she right at the screen? What have I missed? Like, why would she be here? She was, okay. She was standing here, near the folding screen. Wait a second. We know the defendant was close to the ground based on the height of the bullet hole. But how can you gauge the distance from that? Please do tell, because I fucking lost. Isn't it possible the defendant was standing much closer to the victim? That's impossible. But why? You, of all people, should know the answer to that question, Miss Von Karma. If she were shot from somewhere closer, there would be gunpowder burns present. However... Okay, I mean, that makes sense. There is nothing of the sort around the bullet hole of this costume. Ah! Curse you, Mr. Phoenix Wright, you! I believe it has now been proven that the defendant was standing a ways from the victim when she was shot at. But do you think this has changed the defendant's situation? It changes everything. Honestly, Your Honor, this changes everything. The prosecution has claimed that the defendant was aiming to kill by stabbing. If that were true, delivering the final strike with the knife would be ideal. However, where and what was the defendant doing at the time? Squatting all the way by the folding screen? Exactly. If Maya Fey was the real murderer, why would she be by the folding screen instead of preparing to strike? Upon further consideration, it does make very little sense. Yeah, I figured there had to be a reason. Figuring things out and proving the logic behind everything is your job. Oof. Alright, with this, the rest of the trial should be in the... Oh no. Blast radius of disaster. You are such a smart man, Mr. Phoenix Wright. To think that you've been able to take a completely hopeless case to this point. Now I know why Papa had a tough time with you. You amuse me. Of all the things to inherit, why did it have to be that smarmy smile? Detective! How dare you damage my perfect logic? Huh? How is it all my fault? You can start repairing your standing by first removing that 3-strand goatee. Oh, and rest assured your punishment will come later. Punishment? Well then, Your Honor, I think I've had all I can take of this detective's face. I think it's time to call in the next witness. Next witness? That's gotta be Laura. Very well. The court will take a 5-minute recess. After we reconvene, we will hear from the next witness. That is where we will call it. That's a good place to stop. At the 5-minute recess. So there we go. We just about made it through there. Kind of hoping I could just jump to main menu from there. Alright, and we will read that next time. How do I get to the main menu? There it is. Oh, title screen. Right, so there we go. So that has been part 9 of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trilogy. Sub part 2 of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Justice for All. We'll pick up this case next week. Before that, though, we have 2 more streams this week, which are on, I think it's Friday and Sunday. Yes. No, it is Thursday and Sunday. So Thursday we'll have some more Planet Coaster 2. Going to continue building out the pirate sort of swimming pool area. I do have another thing I want to build that's not the pool. And also we haven't done any of the lighting and stuff around the Kraken Attack pirate ship ride. So we'll need to do that as well. So probably not get to the swimming pools just yet, but that'll be Thursday. And then Sunday, it's going to be an afternoon stream. I'm out in the evening, going to see Fairport Convention. Looking forward to that. And that'll be some Death Stranding, which is always a nice chill time until the monstrosities arrive. Then it gets very not chill. But we've got a bike now, so that's fun. Yeah, so then next week's streams will begin with Outer Worlds 2. That's what we started with this week. And then after that, we'll be back with more Phoenix Wright. So hopefully you'll join me for some of those. If not, I'll catch you next time for more Phoenix Wright. Either way, thanks for watching tonight. See you next time. Goodbye.